Hey guys, welcome back. This is Farming Simulator 22 with the new Precision Farming DLC, which came out really today. So we have two special items here, which is the soil sampling unit, which is very useful if you want to use this DLC, and the other one is gonna be this crop sensor thingy, of which I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it ever, but for now I'm just gonna get that and see what's gonna happen. So here you go. You have a new tab in your menu. It's the Precision Farming tab, and it gives you all sorts of information. So if you click on one field, you will see an economic analysis, which is pretty cool, I think. Right now there's a harvester on the field, so that's why the numbers are changing, and the earnings, because, well, that's what you have. Yield is going up and all sorts of stuff. Like, really lots of things are mentioned here. Soil samples, lime, mineral, fertilizer, look at fertilizer, manure, slurry. Whatever money you spend on a field, it's gonna be mentioned here. So you're also gonna be able to purchase soil information without doing the soil samples all by yourself. But for this field, it's gonna cost you a lot of money, and a lot of money in this case means 1300 euros for this field. So we're gonna do the soil sampling ourselves by this cute little soil sampling unit. You can just put it behind any tractor or gator you have. You just drive to a field and this circle will show you what part of the field you're gonna cover with this soil sample. Just press B and the soil sample will be taken as soon as the circle stops flashing. So you then just drive up to another part of your field, make sure that the circles overlap so you don't miss a spot, would be a waste. Something like this. Press B again and then wait until the circle stops flashing, and then you drive up to the next spot. So if we've done all of this field, this is going to be the last spot, and there we go. There's still a harvester driving behind us, so that's where the noise is coming from. So this is basically the technique it's gonna do. It's just going down, doing some funny stuff, and then that's it. So we're now gonna fold it back up because we have done all the testing, and now we have to get the soil samples into the lab, which is done by pressing Y. So here you say that they're gonna be back soon, so great. So here they're gonna come, here they're gonna come. Oh, well, thank you, worker. But we were actually waiting for something else. Ah, there we go. 450 euros for the soil sampling on this field. Remember that if you're gonna not do the soil samples yourself, it's gonna cost you 1300 euros on this field, okay? So that's a huge difference. So I suggest you just get the soil sampling unit yourself and do the soil sampling yourself, because it's really gonna earn you money in the long run. Here you're gonna have the environmental score. Now that's a deal breaker. Come on. Alright, so now we have all the information on this field. As you can see, it says soil type, seeding rate, yield, nitrogen rate, and pH levels. And pH was low, so here we're gonna have our pH turned up. In the top left corner you can see the lime application and the pH value, which is actually on the field, and you can just make use of this very useful automatic application thingy. So it will just applicate the right amount of whatever you're putting on to that specific part of the field. Like for different soil types it might change, for different after some runs on the same field you might see some very big changes or differences from one side of the field to the other, and it will all cover just that. So you're never going to use too much of anything. It will really save you money in the long run for sure. So here we have a slurry tank spreading slurry on our fields. For the slurry tanks you need a small addition. It's gonna be expensive, but again it's really gonna save you money in the long run. And then we're gonna do some seeding. Here we're gonna use wheat. Doesn't really matter what sort of seeds you use, but I just want to show you how it works. So you're not gonna use You're not gonna need anything special for this. Just use the automatic application tool and you'll be good. It will just adjust the seed rate to whatever soil type there is in your field. So here you can see that it is all 420 seeds per square meters, which is very high. And we're just going to see what's happening if we continue working on this field. So I think that this is really a great tool in Farming Simulator. It's really something I was missing, the in-depth stuff. So let's see how our field looks like right now. So as you can see, the pH level have gone up pretty well, same as the nitrogen levels, and the yield is because I've been harvesting it before. So here you can see that the seed rate is very high at the moment, but it's silty clay, and apparently silty clay really needs a high amount of seeds, and that's okay, no problem, no harm done. The rest is still not very interesting to see, but the economic analysis, you can already see that there's lime costs, soil sample costs, slurry, and there is seeds. And it will also keep track on the percentages you're on the amount you're using, and you can see the differences between the one application and the next. And the difference will be shown in percentages, so that's pretty great. You can also see the cost you spend, the total cost you spend on this field, and the total earnings you're gonna have from your harvest. So you will have a total amount of whatever it's gonna be, but as long as it's positive, it's good. And here you can see a difference in the seed rate, and I think that has to do with the soil type. Like, see here, silty clay and loam, and exactly where the difference is between the two, there's gonna be a difference in seed rate. It's really gonna be high and low, and you want to have low because it's just gonna save you tons of money for sure. So here we start at the top side of this field where the seed density will be high. As you can see here, it is 420 seeds per square meters. So now we're just gonna continue to the site where the seed rate is gonna be low, and let's see how much that's gonna be. You can see it's going down right now, and now it's low. Now it's very low, it's 180. That's like a huge difference, guys. That will really save you money in the long run for sure. Here in the help menu you can see the seed densities on for all the basic crops on whatever soil type you have. And loam is always the best, as you can see, because then the seed rate is always going to be low. There's all these tabs telling you some basic information about how all of this works. The weed spraying, it's very special right now because it's just going to spray the weeds that are actually there. The weeds are also going to be more in patches instead of just spread all over the field, so that's really great. As I said before, nitrogen and everything like lime and stuff is going to be adjusted to the needs in that specific part of the field. So yeah, I think that's pretty great. The environmental score just tells you how you're doing on environmental level. Like plowing is really gonna cost you points, but stuff like direct seeding is really gonna earn you points. And there's this RTK station, which improves the satellite for your helpers. So I hope you're gonna love this, because I do. See you in the next one.